So I was saying, hey, hello everyone, welcome to another live stream from Coyotiv. This is Armağan from Coyotiv, and I believe this is our second live stream. The first one we had with Kyle Simpson, I guess 2 months ago or something. We were talking about like practically a similar topic: AI, learning, programming, and the state of the industry, and it like went on and on for quite some time. Today we hopefully will keep in our time frame of 30 minutes. Today, our topic is AI powered learning, a deep dive into Taiga. Taiga is our AI teaching assistant at Coyote School of Software Engineering, and I'm going to start talking about that in a little bit. But I also have Gonzalo with me, a graduate of our school, Coyote. Hi, Gonzalo. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm great. Happy to be here.
The
I'm not at my place right now, so I don't have
ah,
it.
the Coyote also says hi.
Hi,
Our
Koyo.
toy. If you get to study at Coyote, you're going to see one of these beautiful toys. That's the best thing about the school. And you can actually do stop motion animation with it. That's still one of my dreams. Anyway, so let's first start with Coyote School of Software Engineering, and let's talk about it a little bit because maybe some people don't really know what Coyote is. We are a school of software engineering created here in Berlin 3 years ago. We started in 2020. The roots of this school, this education, dates back to 2011 when I designed my first cohort, my first boot camp, if you will. And fast forward to 2020, I decided that engineering education sucks in the world, and there has been no improvement over the past decade in 2010s. And I was like, I can do something about this. And I decided to create Coyotiv as a school exclusively working on software engineering topics. Now, we're not a boot camp and we don't teach people how to write code. That's almost like a byproduct. We teach people how to think, how to act like a software engineer, how to form opinions, and how to do research like a software engineer, and how to tackle problems like a software engineer. It is a 3 months program. It is certified by DECRA for the Bildungsgutschein. So if you're a career changer in Germany, you can participate in our courses in our school via fully funding supported by the government. So Bundesagentur für Arbeit has this beautiful word called Bildungsgutschein, which is an educational voucher that you can use at our school. And that is how a majority of our students participate. So we mainly work with career changers. Regardless of age and background, if you don't have any engineering background, that's still okay. This is a really tough school. That's why we have a lot of people on board also to help you out as teaching assistants and as advisors. But also, that was not enough. So we decided to come up with some groundbreaking new piece of technology, and I'm talking about Taiga. Taiga is our AI teaching assistant that we have at Coyote School of Software Engineering. It has been developed in partnership with a company with an initiative called MVP Strasse, and we have extremely close ties. Basically, we're the same team, but it's our engineering department. And MVP Strasse was kind enough to put together this amazing chatbot that integrates into Slack. Slack is a collaboration communication tool that practically every startup, every company in the world uses. We use Slack in our school for communication because we're fully online. We don't really have a campus or classrooms. Everything takes place online. So that is our main form of communication. And Taiga joins our Slack group, chat, workspace as an entity and practically acts like a teaching assistant. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of details here. I would like to talk a little bit about Taiga and share the webpage with you. AskTaiga.ai is where you can find more information about Taiga, and also add it to your own Slack and start using. But I would like to maybe talk about Gonzalo a little bit. How are you doing, Gonzalo? Who are you? Please introduce yourself to our audience. And is it my internet or Gonzalo's internet that we're having trouble? Might be mine. I hope it's mine.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm a career changer. I have been working in gastronomy before, and 2 years ago I decided to start learning programming, and yeah, looking for resources on the internet, but at the end it was very difficult to put all together. So yeah, I graduated Coyotiv 3 months ago. Yeah, I'm just in the journey now, like looking.
So are you
Yeah,
job hunting? How is it going so far?
I'm most focused on my portfolio right now than job.
Okay. That is interesting. Guess no, I guess we lost Gonzalo. This is something that happens on live streams all the time, right? Everything works great up until the moment you start streaming, and once you start streaming, then you don't know what's gonna happen and what you're gonna face live. Okay, well, I can maybe present Taiga to you. And where could it be? Okay. Yes. I don't know if everyone is seeing my screen right now. Yes, I think you are. So this is Taiga's webpage, asktaiga.ai. We were also featured on Product Hunt. That was a great day, but more about that later on maybe. And it is very, very simple and straightforward to add Taiga to our workspace, but here you can maybe, oh no, yeah, these are totally anonymized, right? We don't have any examples with Gonzalo himself. I'm gonna get to that part as well. He had amazing chats with Taiga. But basically how it works is it joins your Slack as a mentor, as a coding mentor, and you can ask questions to Taiga, like, can you explain this line of code to me? It's a MongoDB connection string, and Taiga does its best in talking about that topic. The best part is why we did this in Slack and why we have an AI coding mentor is because it's collaborative. So this part is something we're focusing on a lot. What we expect people is to get together and learn together. If you're a team of engineering, if you're a team of engineers, you can invite Taiga to a room, a Slack room, and you can basically collaborate on the answer. It's going to join, participate like a mentor. And as you keep the conversation going, Taiga will play its part in that conversation, basically. And that's why it's suitable for engineering teams as well, beyond new learners. Hello, Gonzalo. How are you doing?
I'm great. Back. Sorry, the interruption.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, so we were talking about your job, and you told me that you were working on your portfolio.
Yes, I am. Yes. So I feel more confident when sending the application. I mean, in Coyote we did our project, and yeah, I'm publishing not only that one but also another one. So yeah, I feel more confident.
So let's jump into your relationship with Taiga, because I
Yeah.
know it's a very special one. You were kind of like best friends during the cohort. Not everyone really liked Taiga as much as you did. What happened there?
I don't know. I think it's a great tool to learn. When I ChatGPT went out, I started using it to learn how to program. But with Taiga was different. I found like a plus because sometimes you cannot find the right answer just with ChatGPT, but you
Mm-hmm.
need a more experienced person
Mm-hmm.
that also fix the problems of AI because it's not perfect. Um, and I really enjoy the the Taiga because it was very collaborative. It was not only me and the AI, but me, the AI, and the whole course and the teachers.
Yeah, so in the end, Taiga is based on GPT 3.5 or 4. Um, so one could say that it is very much like ChatGPT. Like if we have ChatGPT, why should I use Taiga? What
Mhm.
was the difference for you with respect to your own experience with Taiga? Collaborative part, it's great, it's amazing. We love it, and like that's something I guess ChatGPT can never replicate. But is there anything else that's like, even if working alone, would you use Taiga? How would that feel?
I think it's better tuned. I'm not an expert, so I don't really know the difference, but it's better tuned. Like for the learner side.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to explain. I only know Taiga, so you have to use it maybe to know what is the difference in how it responds and how you interact with it. I think you have to use it to really understand.
So when you say, I'm asking about your feelings, okay? When you say it feels like better tuned, I can of course like go on a lecture on like talking about what it actually means and what we did with Taiga specifically, but I want to learn about your feelings. How does it feel? What is the feeling behind it while using like chatting with Taiga? Because like I guess I'm gonna share my screen a little bit to show some of your example messages, but I couldn't find it. But you had a thread of like 95, 96 messages with Taiga in a single thread.
Hmm.
Like that conversation started from somewhere and ended at the end of the earth. How does it feel?
Uh, like another in this context of a school, it
Mhm.
feels like another part of the team that just is there to help me to achieve the learning to have a better learning process.
Like an actual um, teaching assistant.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a perfect teaching assistant. Absolutely.
So now I'm trying to share my screen. Um, one thread that you had, it has 27 replies, and I'm also involved in this. And like we're you're starting with a problem with Git, and you
Mm-hmm. Oh,
paste
very.
your. I don't want this to be a PTSD thing. I don't want to remind you your challenges, your troubles with programming, but this
Yeah,
was something doing.
yeah.
Um, and like what I see here is like an actual conversation. Like when I do the rebase, that means this, right? And then it says, yeah, that's what it does. And you're like, after this, I get this. And like it guides you step by step through this process. And it's kind of interactive. I guess this is it's how I like to put it. Like, I would also be able to give you some guidance on this topic, and I might genuinely do a better job than an AI. But I'm never going to be this available, and I'm never going to have, sorry, this much patience to write this detailed messages. Maybe there's that element. This is something we never talked before, by the way. Like, none of this is scripted. Maybe there's that element as well, like knowing that you're not talking to a human being, knowing that you can always push the limits of the AI's patience, which is infinite. Like, you can ask the same thing over and over again, and you can get more and more details. So, there's a twist in the story. I actually deleted one folder I wasn't intending to delete. And Taiga runs to help and, gets hairy. And then I also come in to help. But yes, so this is one example of your usage of Taiga. Would you like to see more? I have 2 more.
Yeah. It's nice to see
Yeah.
them again.
I have to figure out how I'm going to, like, how I can change screens. Let me see. So, I have one for the front end.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming up. Yes. Actually, like, there are multiple messages from you. I'm trying to hide other people's messages on Slack, not to share like personal info. This one's about the front end. What does this comment mean in my code? And like, it sometimes errors and gives you 2 different answers for the same message. It talks about like real examples. It was about front end, and now it became about hashing.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk a bit about this flow of conversation? Like, you start with a topic and then you move on to a different topic, and then we go back to front end lazy loading.
Yeah, they are related at the end.
How did this
Yeah,
feel to you?
because Taiga gives you like you receive an answer, but from that answer you have 3 more questions or something like that. And as you say, we have the possibility of not being of asking as many questions as we like, because we can, and it feels like that, like one answer, but after you have more answers, and you have the tranquility of knowing that you are going to receive more answers.
So, what you mentioned there is you ask a question, but you get 3 more. Is actually by design. Now, people might say that this is a terrible, dark business practice because people come to Taiga for answers. But here's the thing, this is deliberately designed. Taiga is meant to be a mentor, and the main goal is that you learn. And it has been prompted, designed specifically to give you clues about other topics, related topics, to make you more interested in those topics and to make you ask questions about those topics. It has this element of keeping the conversation going. This is something you will see that is different than ChatGPT, for example, because ChatGPT will answer your question and you're done. It doesn't delve into the details, and it doesn't urge you to ask more. This is the main difference with Taiga, because Taiga is designed with a teacher and a student in mind and is practically acting like a teacher. I am teaching people for more than 15 years now, and I have basically built a robot to teach, to hold conversations like I do. And there are always little bits of information Am I back?
Yes.
I might be back.
I'm
Am I?
here.
Okay, I might have lost my internet. This is so weird. Like twice on a single stream, I don't know. I don't understand this at all. But what did I last say? Gonzalo, do you remember?
I
What
was
did you
trying
hear?
to reconnect as well. Yeah, I was trying. I was thinking that it was my side, so I tried to reconnect as
Maybe it
well.
was. Maybe then it's the infrastructure that failed. Wow,
Hmm?
crazy, crazy. Anyway, I was saying it's tuned to keep conversations going, and this is something you're not going to find in ChatGPT, because this is mimicking a real teacher and student interaction. I've been teaching for 15 years, was what I was saying. And I built Taiga practically in my image to hold conversations like I would, to give people little bits of curious information so that they can keep going. And that's how we end up with 90 messages. I believe everyone watching the stream actually played with ChatGPT. And I believe none of your conversations were 90 messages long with Taiga. If you have time, basically it is there to soak up all your time. As much time as you have for learning, it's going to be there to help you out. Now, we have something really special that I want to show, and that is yeah, Berlin internet is really cruel. So let me try to share my screen again. We're officially over time, but we started 5 minutes late. So I'm going to take this opportunity to share this window. All right. So we have a Slack group, Coyotiv community. And the way to sign up for it is through our webpage, coyotiv.com. You can find the sign up button at the bottom. And once you end up in our community, you can basically interact with Taiga. We're now announcing, this is a great announcement, so we need like drum rolls and everything, but I'm gonna do it with my hand, and you're gonna imagine that there are gonna be drum rolls. We're announcing today office hours with Taiga. So what we're gonna do is every week for 2 hours, Taiga will be free for all. Normally, Taiga is a paid service, and when you add it to your Slack, you need to pay after an initial onboarding period. But what we're going to do going forward is to hold open office hours for everyone. So 2 hours a week, Taiga, just like a real teaching assistant in the world, would be available to everyone to answer their questions. Now, we have a designated channel for it, Ask Taiga is the channel, as is our webpage, asktaiga.ai. We thought this would be a great name. Thank you, Kristen, for coming up with this idea. We're going to announce, of course, this in our community as well going forward, but what you can do is actually, what did Taiga tell you. Yeah. How can I assist you today with your software engineering questions? Taiga is also trained to only answer software engineering questions. Hopefully no one will try to break it. And I know after I say this, everyone will, but one can only hope. And the goal here is basically enable everyone to experience what it means to work with AI, what it means to work with a purpose-built AI like Taiga specifically. And normally what we have in the community is only certain people can write in the channel, but like can communicate with Taiga. But again, as I said, we haven't decided on a day yet. We're probably going to send out a newsletter asking for like a day and time recommendation, but we're going to have specific office hours with Taiga, and you're going to be able to use it on this channel. Okay. Should I try writing something? Let me try. I actually don't know if I have access. We haven't enabled it for all users yet. Hello, Taiga. How do I parse a stringified array in JavaScript? Let's see. I don't know if it's going to reply to me. This is something we are experiencing live. Of course, just like a human being, it takes some time for Taiga to write the answers. We have a response. Oh, nice. To parse a stringified array in JavaScript, you can use the JSON parse method. Very good. Just came up with the question, and I'm happy with the answer. Does it make sense? It does make sense. There's this human touch to Taiga. Like it asks you, like a human would. Does it make sense? Like I always would. I always ask that question. Do I make sense? Does it make sense? All right, so this was a simple demo of Taiga. Again, we're going to announce office hours with Taiga, 2 hours a week. And I hope we're going to share this with more and more people in the future. Perfect. Thank you so much, Gonzalo.
Sure, we can do a really longer one talking with Taiga and asking a lot of questions.
Maybe we can do a session where you interact with Taiga, and like the entire internet, we watch you talk to Taiga.
I have some question already, so whatever you want.
One thing that I, of course, have to tell is Taiga in this channel, Ask Taiga, or in our community, Taiga is not enabled for private use. It's not enabled for direct messages. It is only enabled for this channel communication. And the reason for that is because we want information to be public. We want everyone to share what they have learned. And we want a community of people to get together to increase their knowledge all together and to learn from one another and their experiences. And I think Taiga also plays a great role in this. I see Marvin joined the channel. Marvin is one of our students from this cohort. They're also having a love affair with Taiga. It's very cute, and I cherish that. Okay, last words. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that's the difference, right? Like when you make Taiga collaborative, it's where it shines. You can have a conversation in private with Taiga, but I don't think that's the point.
Yeah, 100%. That's not the point at all. The point is to share and learn and grow as a team. Also, that we are also using Taiga in our daily setup. It's also great for a senior engineer to join and see the conversation. That is a great way of checking where your team is and how they are doing. So I don't know. It has a lot of benefits. It's like the best thing next to tea. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Gonzalo. It was great to see you again, and I hope to see you sometime in Berlin.
Yep.
We're actually going to have a graduation party with the next cohort. A lot of the people are from Berlin, and you are hereby cordially invited to join us.
Yes, that would be nice.
I'm gonna tell you the date.
Okay.
Perfect. Take care, and until we see each other again in a new live stream, stay safe, everyone. Bye.
You too. Bye bye.